Okay, so we're back once again, and we're inside the tree that's in Keren Amroth, and we're going to talk to Asuriel.
Tell me what happened following Mazog's
And we're going to now tell her what happened when we captured Mazog, tell her the story, and travel.
The rest of the story.
Because she wants to hear part 2.
Along the secret road into Rushdurinul, where the Orc King Mazog was seized by the dwarves. But there was more to the story, and now she waits for you to tell it.
So we fought our way in and captured Mazog, but now we need to tell the rest of the story, what happened after we caught him. If we can trade Mazog for my cousin's freedom, we must do so. I mean this, no disrespect, Broin, but this cannot be. We cannot show Mazog even the slightest mercy. How many dwarves has he slain? How many of our people died because of him? That is enough, Orvar! How many elves and dwarves alike will suffer if Mazog is permitted to leave, I wonder? What do you think, Lilia? There we go, we can speak to Brian, and we can either two options. So this is something they started introducing towards the end of Moria, and also this comes up quite heavily in Mirkwood as well, is that you can say different things to the NPCs. Some have a bit more effect than others, but you can go, yes, I agree, we must spare Mazog's life, or no, Mazog is too dangerous to remain. He's too dangerous, mate. How can you say this? Did you not know, boy? You were there when he was captured. You know what he must be going through. Do not think for a moment that I am pleased with this. Mazog is responsible for so many of our sorrows, as was his brother Bolg and his father Azog before him. But we owe Bori this. We must at least try. This is a mistake. I am sorry, Lilia, but we must do this my way. I need Mazog alive. I agree with Lilia. Do not make this mistake, bro. It's 4v1, bro. It is my decision to make, and I have made it. Come here, Lilia. Take these shackles, Lilia, and use them to bind Mazog's wrist. So the whole time, Mazog has not actually been restrained. He could have probably shanked us with a hidden knife or something. They are made of iron and should be strong enough to keep him secure as we fight our way from this place. Bind me at your peril, Hobbit. Donk. There you go, he's cuffed. I got this. Now we need to make our way from Rushdurinul, Lilia, but I fear we have taken too long already. This place will soon be swarming with orcs. If we hope to escape from here with our lives and that of our captive, we need someone to manage the flow of battle. I suggest you accept that role. You need to tell us what our support role should be as the battle ebbs and flows. Should we focus on improving your morale, your power, the strength of your attacks, or the fortitude of your defence? So there we go. So this is something else that will crop up quite a bit, especially going into Mirkwood, is that sometimes you can tell the NPCs what to do and they'll buff you in certain different ways. So we can interact with the banner and we can say, you know, give me one of these things, but I'm just going to go offense. Quickly now, and you'll see that it will give me plus 100% melee range and tactical damage. Yes please, it's open season for killing orcs. I'll make my AoE even more effective. There we go, 8k. That's a nice good splat of damage there. Is there a couple more waves? Yep, a few more. Murderise these guys before they've even run up the hill. There we go, 4k. We can actually change this as well at any time, so we can say, you know, give me one of the other buffs. But pretty much I don't need any of the other buffs, so I might as well just go pure offense. Some bits you might prefer pure defense, maybe in Mirkwood as well later on. But if in doubt, always just go for more damage stats. You can't go wrong there, really. Now's our chance. Let us move. So we're all going to gather up. Right, Mazog's literally doing a runner. He should probably be in the middle of us, but whatever. So we're going to run down the bridge, and eventually we end up stopping and having to defend a new location. Get ready, here they come. So again, I can speak with the banner, say offense please, quickly now. remember, each time they put it down, you do need to say which buff you want again, because you won't have the buff. So again, we're going to have to defend probably about 3, maybe 4 waves at each location. Murderise these guys. They have a cave troll! Cave trolls probably get spanked before he even gets here. Whoop. Where is my other troll? Useless maggots, you only brought one? Oh, he's probably gone to the vets or something. Okay, so moving on, we should now be able to get to the end of the bridge. And I think we stop at the bottom here. Just as we turn the corner. So again, they should dunk the banner down. There we go. So offense, please. And murderise more of them. You cannot hurt me. My servants are numberless. Yeah, but I've been killing your red shirts the whole way I've been going through Moria, so I don't really care. What's a few more orcs for my slayer deeds, even though I've done them. Worthless worm! Can you not do anything right? Don't know why my orcs have to be like somewhat columnish. Oh, hello, they're attacking from behind this time. That's a bit very. I've got more where that one came from. More from the rear. Where these guys are exactly coming from, I don't know, because I'm not sure they can really climb up there. We should be ready to go, yep. Okay, so moving on, I think now we get into the corridor by the side of the throne room. And then we'll go plant a banner again, I think. Somewhere around here. Or do we run the whole way now? No, here we go. Okay, another banner. Offense, please. Resume damaging. Die with shame! I would kill you myself for your futility. He's berating the orcs that are trying to rescue him. And to be fair, he probably would, because he did kill that guy that let us in the first time. Again, I'm not sure if they bring the other cave troll. I think he does show up before we leave the instance. Stop dying, you useless maggots! There we go. Here comes the other cave troll. Oh, he stunned me. Sending everyone flying left, right and centre. I don't believe this! Worthless curs! We're almost there! Once we've reached Surthurk, we should be safe. So, just have to round the corner. Hop around here, and then this is the cave exit. So we can exit by our secret path as well, instead of having to fight our way outside the massive fortress that the orcs now own. We have made it, Lilia! Is that what you think? It is too late, Mazog. You will never again rule in Khazad-dûm. I like how I can change the offense roll already. Talk to Mazog. Rule here? You think I want to rule here? I have no desire to rule this miserable kingdom. You have no idea what is happening, do you? Gorfil's master is generous to his friends. He looks out for them. He tells them things.
Mine will be the greatest of his armies. What reward do you desire? Garfel asked of me. Only the kingdom that should be mine, I told him. That place will not do, he said. My master has commanded me to draw forth the great terrors of the abyss. That kingdom will never be free of them, he said. And only foes would disbelieve his words.
Defeat Mazog.
You think you have defeated them? You sent them back to the deep shadow, but still they eye the world above. They hunger to return. Garfel made certain they would remember the way.
Clink. He's free. He somehow pulled a knife on us, and now we're going to have to fight him. Where he was carrying that, I don't know. That is a pretty big sword. And he actually hurts quite a bit. So yeah, might want to watch out a bit. You don't want to die on the final hurdle and have to repeat the whole instance bit again. There we go. You've forced Mazog to submit.
You cannot escape, Mazog.
That was close, Lydia, but we have managed to bring Mazog once more under control. I should have known he would have some fight left. One thing is certain, friend Hobbit. We will need to make some stronger shackles to hold our prisoner in the future. There we go. Speak. Quickly now, before more orcs attack. Let us take Mazog with us and leave this place behind. So there we go, back at Karen Amroth. We can now talk to Asuriel.
Your tale teaches a valuable lesson. We must not underestimate Mazog.
So there we go. The tale of your escape from Rushdurinul with Mazog, still a captive, was more harrowing than I expected, Lydia, and I thank you for recounting it to me. If we are to work with the dwarves to bring Mazog to Dol Guldur as Bruin intends, we must learn from the lesson of your tale. The Orc King is not to be underestimated. I trust that Bruin's people are crafting new shackles for Mazog, hopefully from Mithril this time, to begin with the most obvious lesson of your escape. But there is more, friend Hobbit. The words of Mazog make me wonder. Look first to your own doorstep before taking the fight to that of your enemy, it is said by the wise. So, finish that.
One thing Mazog said to you troubles me more than any other.
So, much of Mazog's ramblings in the depths of Rushdurinul could have been empty bluster, the boasting and threats of a caged animal. But one thing he said troubles me more than any other. The revelation that the reward he seeks is the rule of another kingdom. Long have the orcs and the dwarves battled in the caverns below the Misty Mountains, and the lineage of Mazog has been at the forefront of that conflict. If Mazog, son of Azog and brother of Bolg, has decided to abandon the rule of Moria, it can only be because he feels Moria will no longer be fit to rule. What great evil must his ally Goroful have set into motion in the depths that could so devastate the vast kingdom, and make it unfit even for the rule of orcs? Return to Gwofrendaf in the Foundations of Stone and speak with Lenglamel and Forglin there. They have spent a great deal of time in the depths and may know something about what we might be facing. So accept that. We need to talk to both of them, and annoyingly I cannot mithril coin my arse down there. But I probably don't need to. I do need to because my map's on cooldown. Wonderful. Okay, so I'll cut away then and I'll meet you guys down there and then we can pick up with the quest. Okay, so we're back once again, and this time we're in the Foundations of Stone at the Shadowed Refuge. So we're down in the southeast parts of Moria. And just east of the Stable Master on the ramp up into the town, we're going to go back into the cave we were in previously, which is where we were picking up a lot of the instance quests for the deeper instances in Moria, so Scumfill, the Dark Delvings, and 16th Hall. And inside we've got Lenglamel. I'm going to speak to her about what Gorofil left behind.
The concerns of Isuriel. There is more to Gorothul's interest than we have uncovered.
So it is good to see you again, Lilia, for I share the concerns of Asuriel. There is more to Goroful's interest in Moria than we have so far uncovered. Great terrors dwell in the deep places, this we know, for you have faced several of them. Nameless beasts that fear the light of the sun, but also the servants of the Great Spirit that reigned in Moria and ended the Dwarf Kingdom. So the Balrog is what they're referring to there, Durin's Bane. I've actually spelled it out in the next sentence. The Balrog of Moria now is defeated. but at the cost of Mithrandir's life and the vast extent of his power. But the servants of the Shadow and Flame were defeated not by the power of Mithrandir, but by your courage and that of your allies. Take no offence at this, Lilia, but your abilities do not begin to approach that of the wizard. I fear that your defeat of the servants of Durin's Bane may not have the permanence afforded that of their master's defeat. So we're going to finish talking to her, and we need to talk to the other guy. So we've got Forglin over here.
Your words confirm what I have been hearing.
So, your words confirm what I have been hearing from Lenglamo and Magor, Lilia. Gorful set something in motion before he left for Dol Guldur with the captive dwarves in the mithril axe of the Iron Garrison. Did he work some evil to allow the servants of the Shadow and Flame to recover their strength and return to places once fought free of their danger? So after that, we now get sent way back up to Brian in the Peaceful Path, but sod it, I'm recording that one. Otherwise we'll be there all day travelling back and forth. So now, the Peaceful Path back in the northeast of Durin's Way, just east of the gardens. And inside we'll talk to Brian.
I had hoped to see you again on the shores of Anduin, but it was not yet to be.
Okay, so I had hoped to see you on the shores of the Anduin, Lilia. We're on our way to exchanging the Orc King for my cousin Bori's freedom, but it was not meant to be. The Elves of Gwafrindaf are right. Gorful seems to have set some plan in motion here in Khazad-dûm. After you returned to Lothlorien to speak with Celeborn, Orvar went back into the depths of Bosom Gar. He said he had a feeling, some idea that things were not quite right. The wilting rot was already beginning to retreat, but he felt some vile presence still. And below the ledge where you handily defeated Laurelin the K-Rog, Orvar discovered a dreadful ward covered in unspeakable runes. He sensed it calling into the depths, and smote it with his axe until it was destroyed. I believe Gorful left this relic in Bozengar in order to draw Laurelin the K-Rog to it, Lilia. Laurelin did not find that place accidentally, friend minstrel. He was drawn there. So finish that. And we have chapter 3. So this is where we have to choose between, do we want to do this in solo form or group form? So if we take the solo option, we'll get a travel now option as part of this quest. And then we can do a solo version of the dungeon. Pretty much going to be the same. I'm not sure the solo version involves having to do the puzzle aspects of the dungeon, because I don't think you need to do the mirrors, or at least not all of them. Alternatively, we can do the group version, but whichever chapter you pick here, you're stuck doing that one. I think you can probably cancel it and then choose again. Don't take my word for it though. But yeah, the solo version is in the same instance as the group version. The group version though, you can just launch it as normal from the instance finder. And we're going to have the option of doing Lumulnar, the Mirror Halls, and then the follow-up chapter and instance is going to be Naladum, the Water Wheels. But the plan is that we're going to do those as part of the three-man group version, so you guys can kind of see how to do those. Because both of them tend to be a bit confusing to newer players, because there's kind of like a bit of a puzzle aspect to both of those dungeons. More so with the Mirror Halls, just for how you progress further in the dungeon, because you have to start swiveling mirrors. Naladum's not quite as bad, but you still have to go back and forth and open and close levers, and you kind of need to know where you need to go, and to be able to complete some of the deeds in those instances you need to be able to, get hold of various plants that are behind gates that are shut, which can be a bit of a pain in the ass. So we've agreed we'll do those as the three-man version, and then we can show you guys how to do those. So that means that my time now has come to an end, because I'll need to stop here and recruit a couple of rangers to tackle these instances. So I can take the group version. Whichever one you take, you're still going to get the same rewards anyway. But the other bonus of doing the group version is that because it is a legitimate proper dungeon, we're also going to get the proper rewards from doing that dungeon. Whereas the solo version is just purely to allow solo players to get through the dungeon if they didn't have any friends, basically is the way of putting it. or couldn't find anyone to accompany them for it. Just to make sure the quest is still soloable to anyone that can't do a free man or doesn't like grouping with strangers. So yeah, chapter 3, Abelican Limunar, destroy the Gift of Guruful. So that'll be right at the end of the instance. We'll have to play for it, but we'll stop there now, and next time we'll see who I can get hold of to go tackle those 2 free mans. So see you guys then.